Hey everyone, and welcome back to I think our year's closing video for our channel. Um, Bernhard, we're again the second time on camera in 1 year together.
Yeah.
So we are no longer virgins being together on camera, and I think we want to share a bit about our last year. So the channel is now 1 year ago we published our first video, and we just wanted to share some of the things happened with the channel, and also what we think about how we want to proceed, what we maybe plan for the next year, and yep. Then we have some messages at the end from our friends, or at least from some of them, to the community. So Bernhard.
Yeah. It has been a cool year when it comes to video publishing. So I remember, I did a lot of series the last year. Lots of hours were put on tape. We did a stretch clustering setup recently with together with Karsten, my fellow technician, and it went out, for much further than I thought it. I think we ended up in sort of 6 to 8 hours of content just regarding stretch clustering. Yeah, and that's a beefy topic to be honest. Yeah, and there are definitely some other stuff there. The installation series that we did, and yeah, there was a good uptake, I would say.
Yeah,
a lot of work that went into this.
Definitely. And when we take a look on, we published 136 videos in 1 year. That's one video every 2.5 days. So there are your amazing installation series. There is the FAQ series. I started with Oriole on Kubernetes. There's the HCI FAQ. There are some interview videos or just some general practice videos like the proxy one, or the videos how to size your HCI hardware, what you need to think of. With all our hybrid fans, all the interviews we had, and also the amazing video you did with Jaromir on VM Fleet and how to use VM Fleet in your environment and do the performance analysis, and we had a lot of fun.
And I learned a lot as well, right? So
yeah,
it's always a good mechanism. So we are not only doing this for you guys. Apologies for that. I mean, we are also doing it for us, right? In order to grab the content, the learnings that we had maybe throughout one or the other project and put it on tape, because we are getting old as well, and the brain is not so good anymore.
I'm turning 29 this year.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. I mean, again, 29. I'm
okay.
resetting.
Then it's only applying to me, but it's also a repository for me of how I did things, of and sometimes video is much better than having it just in a documentation, because sometimes you need to know where to wait and what to do next, and how long you need to wait for the commands to return and come back. And having a direct flow, watching the system perform, I would say is a good source of information, right? Yep.
And that's also with our numbers, to be honest. So as we looking at our last year's numbers, we started with nearly nothing. We started from new. So currently we have 522 followers and subscribers, and we increased our numbers by more than 400% in the first year, which is amazing. And we, as you know, we do not do anything when it comes to channel publication. It's just me putting sometimes something on LinkedIn. So looks like the content is used, and we have also a lot of comments and discussions on especially your videos. And one of the most famous videos still is your cabling guide. I never thought that cabling is so interesting to everybody. So you should do a refresher from that one.
Yeah, and it's it's sort of the the content that you don't see out there, or where you are lacking that information, especially in the documentation, right? Because we are a software company, right? And you probably don't see all the hardware related stuff, or so much hardware related stuff from a software company, right? However, it is useful. The things are working together. So, the virtual world is sometimes good, but it also has physical implications. And that's why, especially with the HCI topic, sometimes doing is helping much more than just reading the stuff, at least for me. Right.
And that's correct. And that's one thing, as I had it with one of my videos with Thomas, is we are losing all that knowledge right now with all these AI, no code. No one needs to know the platform beneath any longer to do his job, especially when you're in development. And if you need to start from scratch, if you need to build a data center, if you need to build an HCI cluster, if you need to understand the technology, you need to learn how to pull cables. And I'm doing that with my bonus daughter right now. We're starting really from scratch. She wants to learn how to develop, how to build her own games. And I said, before we start building applications, you need to learn how everything works together. So we're starting with home automation, with basically 0 and 1 binary programs, how to make a light green, red on a microcontroller before she really learns to script in Python or C# or anything like that. So that's knowledge, and especially those guys are providing a lot of baseline knowledge we need also to work with our customers, to work on these deep dive level 400 stuff we do in our regular jobs with the fast track team, because we cannot cover all the basics. We need to have our customers on a certain level to really have those deep dive discussions. And there it really helps. And we grew numbers, and hopefully we can continue this trend next year. We will maybe split up the content a bit with our official fast track channels, especially the Kubernetes stuff. I'm planning a lot of application stuff about Kubernetes together with Victor and Oriole, so it will most likely not end up on our channel. It will maybe on the Fast Track for Azure on-demand channels or Microsoft Learn. But there will, at least from my perspective, I don't know how your plan for the next year is. So I will continue with my interviews. I will continue with my FAQs, and in all these junkyard stuff. So finding more stuff in my in my attic, and to build anything hybrid related out of that. And I would just continue. Maybe we will sharpen a bit more of the focus of the channel. So last year we did a lot of, let's say, things all around hybrid, like with my hybrid nanny stuff I did with Susan, or Green Software Foundation learning, etc. Maybe we will focus that, but for the time being, it's just fun, or at least for me, the mix between delivering technical content and doing those interviews and fun stuff it's one thing I enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, but fun is not preventing you from providing something meaningful, right? And that's my mission. I do have a lot of things on my mind which I want to put on tape. However, I need to see and combine it with my day-to-day projects, right? So what I'll try to maybe drive a little bit. We have 23H2 around the door, so the public preview is out. The installation piece changed quite a bit. So that's sort of like, asking for a reinstallation or redo of the installation series now with 23H2. However, there's a lot of fluctuations going on at the moment as the product is being, sort of rolled out through the door. But that's definitely something that we should be talking about. And then there are some other things, like evergreen questions, for example, hey, what happens in terms of resiliency with my cluster if I do this, or if that happens, or if I have that kind of outage, how would my cluster perform? And sometimes it's there are a lot of combinations, a lot of possibilities, and especially for the people that are new to HCI, that's that would be an awesome kind of series, right? So build a cluster and then crash it and show how it is surviving or maybe not surviving, right? That's I think a good learning. That's I think a good learning exercise. Also, what I get sometimes is perf tuning. Do I need to do anything from a perf tuning perspective in order to get the most out of it?
That's normally the project I hand over to you.
Yeah.
For performance tuning. I'm more into those escalations and architecture plannings and so on when we work. So you're definitely the go-to guy when it comes to those. When you say the resiliency, there's one interview I'm really looking for. I want to bring back the Did You Know series together with Bert, so Bert Wolters, and we're discussing about one topic since a few months now. Did you know what will happen when we float the Netherlands?
Nothing good, I would assume. But
yeah, the Netherlands is really underestimated from how important they are for Europe or also for the IT industry, and they are all beneath sea level, and that's why we want to play that mind game on the call. So what would happen, and how could a customer we prevent a major impact if the Netherlands get floated, and then.
And
global
I
warming,
assume to talk with a Dutch guy about it is interesting because I think the Dutch people are doing a lot of stuff in order not to have this happen, or right, if they have high water, what all they doing all about it. I think it's an interesting learning session, right? I would say.
And Barrett is a Dutch guy, so he should know.
Yeah,
he should know, and it's really interesting as we have ASML, basically the most important company around the globe for IT is in the Netherlands with their main production, with their headquarters. So that's one thing, and there's much more within the Netherlands no one even knows about.
Yep.
And that's one thing really I'm looking forward to. And there's also a lot of things coming with the product group. So I want to talk with Thomas Rottinger from the Microsoft Product Group about the changes in 23 H2, maybe a bit more roadmap discussion on how the customers think about the changes, and then as always on the channel talking pretty openly about that. And yeah, there's a lot of things coming on in regards of interviews which are already scheduled. And yeah, that's basically my plan for next year. But as always, leave us comments here if you want to see something.
Yes. And that's like a good thing. And one of my asks for you guys is, if you watch that video, if you come to that section, hey, put a comment into the wish list, or sort of a wish list in the comments. What do you want to see? Is it networking ATC? Is it perf tuning? Is it resiliency testing? Is it yada yada yada? Is it the deployment? Put it in there, and we'll try to make it happen. And thanks for watching, to be honest.
Yeah. So that's basically all for our video for today. So I wish you, so it's before Christmas while we're capturing that, but when it will be published, it will be shortly before New Year. So Bernard, have an amazing Christmas with your family. Have a really great next year and change of year. And yeah, that would be all from my end for today.
Hey man, same to you. Best have a good time and catch up with you in the next year. And maybe not, let's do a video not at the end of the year, but maybe a little bit earlier. Maybe something together then. Okay.
Yeah,
hey guys.
Perfect. Then everyone, guys, have a great New Year Eve, or Arabian. I don't know how it is called, but I normally name it Arabian Christmas on the 31st. Take time for your family. Take time to recharge. And with that, subscribe our channel if you still like us and want to be with us next year. And I will now leave you with the messages of a few of our hybrid friends. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, my name is Carsten Rachval, and I'm a hybrid.
Hi, my name is Alex Wilson, and I'm a hybrid friend.
Hi, my name is Oriol Arrebol, and I'm a hybrid friend.
Hi, my name is Paula, and I am a friend of Hybrid and Flo.
My name's Rick, and I'm a hybrid friend.
My name is Jaromir, and I'm a hybrid friend.
Hi, I'm Arvind, and I'm a hybrid friend.